Hi everybody, welcome back. We're looking at Jeremy Duff, Elements of New Testament Greek. We're still in chapter 12, looking at third declension nouns. Today we're going to look at neuter third declension nouns, particularly those that have a consonant at the end of the stem. Now these are dead easy. I promised you, didn't I, 2 or 3 videos ago when we introduced this new family of nouns of third declension, that once we got the original principles sorted out in the video, which is entitled Introducing the Third Declension or Introducing Third Declension Nouns, once we got that, things will start to fall into place. Here is where they do. Here is a neuter third declension noun with a consonant at the end of the stem. You know by now what this is telling you. This is the lexical form of the noun. Tot is telling you it's neuter. This is the nominative singular stem. And this is the genitive, this is nominative singular form. This is the genitive singular form, which tells you what the stem is. Now, there's one other piece of information that you know about neuter nouns in general, which distinguishes them from masculine and feminine nouns. Can you remember what it is? It's to do with the nominative and accusative forms of neuter nouns. Yes, you've remembered it. Well done. We know that in neuter nouns, the nominative and accusative forms are the same. So if I tell you that, I bet you can now work out the singular form, at least, of tosoma, somatos. Let's just start it together, right? With the nominative, well, we know the nominative here, soma. What's the accusative singular going to be? Well, it's going to be the same as the nominative, right? Like in ergon. Tot ergon, ergon, ergon. So, here goes. Soma, soma. And now, what could be easier than we just follow the same pattern as we found in the masculine and feminine third declension nouns? So we crack on with this. Genitive. Well, this is the genitive form. Gives us the stem. Somatos. And the dative form, well, what is it for a masculine and a feminine noun? It'll be the same for a neuter noun. Somatir. Somatir. Genius. You figured that out without needing to know anything different than you could have guessed intuitively, or that at least you can remember easily. That's a singular. What about the plural? Well, what do we expect from the masculine and the feminine nouns? We expect to be using the usual stem throughout the plural portion of the declension. Somat, 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 and somat. There we are. So, what do we expect the endings to be? Well, just pause 1 second. Wouldn't it be wonderful? Wouldn't it be a wonderful God-given coincidence in God's wonderful providence if the endings in the plural for the nominative and accusative were the same as in the other nouns that you'd learned? Wouldn't that be great? And yes, it turns out they are. The endings here, which of course will be the same as each other, because neuter nouns, nominative, accusative are the same. The endings here are the same as the endings that you get in the neuter nouns you've already learned. Nouns like ergon. Ergon, ergon, ergu, ergo, erga. So somata, somata. And then in the remainder of the declension, the genitive and dative plural, we just follow the same pattern as we found in the masculine and feminine. But there's one little thing which you will have spotted already, and if you go back 2 videos you'll know what to do with this. Somatsin, nah, people aren't going to say that for thousands of years without getting their tongues tangled up. So if you turn back a couple of pages in Duff's excellent little book to page 136, you find that little table explaining these little contractions that take place for the sake of pronunciation, really. And in this case, with a tau at the end of the word, it just disappears. So what you actually have is soma sin. Told you good news is always just round the corner, didn't I? That's the neuter form of the third declension for nouns having a consonant at the end of the stem. Just to recap, it's the same as the masculine and feminine form. Here, it's the same as you've been expecting from words like ergon, erga, and here we just follow the principle that nominative and accusative neuter nouns take the same form. Told you, easy, right? Glad you got this far? Of course you are. Keep going, 20 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day, 5-6 days a week, and who knows, there may even be more good news around the corner. God bless. Bye for now.